today, things that we are looking for. I asked you this earlier. Who had more to prove today, the offense or the defense? You and I both said and agreed that it was the offense. Tough to gauge if there was a winner out here today because it was kind of slow.
Yeah, I mean, I expected it to be a ramp-up day. The fact that it had shells on was a little bit surprising, but, yeah, a little bit slow out here. But we did see some of what we needed to see. We need to see this offense strike back a little bit. And because it's such a slow day, I can't really say, like, this is offense versus defense, and the defense clearly won. All I know is that R.J. Harvey used his footwork to cut inside on a run, to plant his foot, one step, and go. He's not dancing. Like, the thing with R.J. Harvey is he's bouncing stuff outside in the game, but he is not dancing in a game or at practice. He's just bouncing. We're bouncing. Outcast. Now you got to plant, take one foot, and go. I love that album. So it's something we needed to see today. We did see that today. Saw more of Evan Engram today, which we didn't see in the preseason game. So there's some things that were kind of like on the checklist for the Broncos. And even on a slower day, you can say, all right, I saw what I wanted to see. Would have been nice to see more, but I know that Wednesday is a ramp-up day. And then Thursday is showtime. It is Broncos-Cardinals joint practice.
Yeah, Evan Engram, who you just mentioned, left some to be desired in that preseason game. But a catch he made right in front of us as we're 5, 6, 7 yards away from the end zone goal line, in line. He made a catch in traffic back here, then another one at the front of the goal line in traffic. Yeah, it's I was disappointed to not see him more. Now that we are a few days more removed, it's probably going to be that, even in the preseason game against the Cardinals, if he gets a ton of run, depending on how joint practices go on Thursday. Sean's going to play that vanilla. He's going to keep that close to his vest and then really start to show us all where and how often different looks he can use Evan Engram.
Yeah, different looks for Evan Engram and move him around the formation, much like we've seen out here early in training camp. Be careful what you say, but Evan Engram is basically your second target. We don't need to worry about the number 2 receiver because that's going to change. Your number 2 receiver of all positions is clearly Evan Engram. So 100-plus targets. I've got him at 69 catches. It's probably going to be more than that. I will probably be wrong on my projections for Evan Engram, provided that he stays healthy, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because the more Evan Engram this offense can have, the better. He's just such a versatile weapon that can attack you in multiple different ways, so you can't really know what he's doing or where he's going. Because even though he's not the seam guy, the deep middle guy that he used to be with the Giants, he can still get there.
Yes, he
can. He can still scoot. So, and you'll be shocked to know Jacksonville didn't use them the right way. So
that's weird.
Yeah, I know. It's really odd. That team that doesn't know what they're doing didn't use the really talented guy the right way. Huh.
Yeah. Some teams know how to screw things up really, really well.
Cleveland, Jacksonville.
3 years ago, the Denver Broncos. Oh, yeah, crap. Sorry.
We don't talk about those years anymore.
I blacked out during all those years, so they're gone forever. ZB said something, and you brought it up a little earlier, that the offense hasn't technically, if we were gauging a winner and a loser every day, it'd be tough to come out here and say the offense have won this, and this day. I don't know if there's a single day out there, and Zach said it, and we kind of jumped on that conversation. I would still say they haven't won the day. Like, there wasn't an offensive day here today in my book. Is it important? Is it crucial? Is it mandatory that they win some of these days?
It'd be nice. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say no because you want your offense. And this Broncos defense is rock solid, arguably best in the league. They need to play like it because you did not play like that against the 49ers. I heard the fellas, Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, talking about how, well, maybe because they knew they were going against the 2s, then they dialed it back. That's when you need to go for it. Oh, we're playing the 2s?
I like what Mark said. I heard him say, that's when you kick their ass.
Exactly.
And you say, if we end up on the same field together and you're looking across from me, you better say your dang prayers, brother. Eat your vitamins.
Exactly, right. And I think that's what we should have seen, and we did not see that. It's like when you're playing, in high school and the freshmen come in because you're beating the varsity so much and they just throw the freshmen.
Yeah.
We called it freshman meat. So you just start screaming. These little freshmen are peeing their pants on the field.
You're yelling freshman meat?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, freshman meat. And you just go kill them because they're freshmen.
Yeah.
So you had the second team for the 49ers out there, and you didn't absolutely crush them. hey, Mac Jones, you're not completing a pass. That's what it should have been, and it was not that. So because of that, I want this offense to at least have some ties. I feel like I'm short-selling it here. Like, I want the offense to have some wins, man. This offense can be good. They're installing a lot. They are installing a lot. So it's going to take some time because this offense is going to look not 180 from last year, but there's so many more wrinkles as the full Sean Payton playbook gets installed.
I'm now picturing you, 5 of your friends, with your like peach fuzz mustaches yelling freshman meat. And
Big
then,
E.
And then 6 14-year-olds running onto the field terrified that you guys are going to kill them.
Yeah, Big E and I both played outside linebackers, so we're on the opposite ends. It was
Nice.
like Jonathan Cooper, Nick Benito.
Yeah.
And I didn't need to worry about the plays on defense. Just go get the quarterback.
By the way, you brought it up. This is just impromptu here. Jonathan Cooper.
Oh,
we saw it a couple of times
my God.
today.
Yeah.
That dude is and look, we know the sack numbers, he still got to double-digit sacks a year ago, but his presence, his ability to stop the run, almost like sniff something out before it even happens.
Right.
That's what I saw earlier. He knew exactly where it was going, knew what the play design was before the ball was even snapped. He got in the backfield about the time the quarterback was handing the ball off and just kind of turned his shoulder the other way, knowing, I blew that thing up.
Yeah, you're not going anywhere if you're going to Jonathan Cooper. And still one of the most underrated, unheralded players on this team. He's well paid and he's a cornerstone player. We talk about Pat Surtain a lot. We talk about Quinn Myers, that big old belly, a lot. We talk about Bo Nix. I'm going down the cornerstones. Do not think that Jonathan Cooper is not a cornerstone. He's completely a cornerstone. Build around this guy. Let's see what else he can do. And I can guarantee you that he's going to show up, lunch pail guy. I love talking to Coop in the locker room every week. Simply an amazing young man that is, it's a 7th-round pick. He had a heart condition that a lot of teams took him off their draft boards. That's the only reason why the Broncos get him in the 7th round. Because other teams, they were scared of that heart condition. I saw him down at the Senior Bowl with Miners, by the way, and Baron Browning. And I had said on DenverBroncos.com, because they interviewed me back when they were allowed to do stuff, and I said, hey, this Jonathan Cooper guy is a guy the Broncos need to pick up.
Nice.
And then they draft him in the 7th, and he turns into a cornerstone. That's a dream. We talk about hits for George Payton. Sean Payton likes to talk about his hits all the time and then tell you he discovered electricity. But with George Payton, you can point to Jonathan Cooper and go, that's a 7th rounder that I found. And Jonathan Cooper is one of the best players out here on a weekly basis.
Yes, he is. And by the way, think about this.
On a daily basis.
The deal, it's already a team-friendly deal.
Yeah.
In a year from now, when it looks like that, man, they're going to be sitting pretty with his contract right there.
Yeah, it's
there
even more team-friendly.
Later, fellas.
There you go. Savannah Bananas
Have a good one, fellas.
and the firefighters
Nice
leaving the
meeting y'all.
building right now.
Look at what a life they live.
I know.
So,
and what was Jared telling you that at their hotels they'll have people waiting and
after and before games, kids, it's parents bring their kids just waiting to sign autographs. This is also how cool they are. One of the guys that we were talking to told Jared, hey, there's a group of kids up there wearing Bananas jerseys.
Whoa.
And Jared said, let's make sure we circle back and go and talk to those kids.
That's really cool.
How cool is that?
That's really cool. And, hey, you're having fun out at Coors Field. You come down to Broncos Park, powered by Common Spirit, and have some more fun. You get to see your Denver Broncos, get to see your Savannah Bananas. And that's what sports are about, man. Just have fun with it. And I don't know if you watched the 60 Minutes documentary about the guy who started the Bananas.
Oh, no.
Brilliant. He's
Really?
brilliant.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. I'm going to start this. It's going to be different, and we're just going to do our own thing unabashedly. We're going to proudly be the Savannah Bananas.
You could try to fit in or you could stand out, and they stand out.
I like that.
That's what we try to do.
Is that a Lil Wayne lyric? What is that?
I actually just thought of it.
Oh.
I'm sure someone else has said it before, but I just thought of it right
No,
there.
we claim it right here on this show. Yeah, you can be, you can have the shock jock value and know nothing about football, or you can talk real football.
Why would you want to do what everybody else does? That's
I
kind of
have
always
no
been my
idea.
thought.
I have no idea.
You want to just look like everyone else? And
Why
do
would
what
you
everyone
not
else
want to
does?
learn how to spell on Twitter?
Yeah, that's a big one,
That is a big one.
especially that one. By the way, some of our great
They're walkthroughing now at the end of practice.
Yes.
It's just a walkthrough.
some of our great tribe members like Casey, he says, the person that said za means weed must be a Chiefs fan. It means pizza.
So great debate today on the RamosLaw.com text line.
I think it's a generational thing. Casey, I don't know how old you are, but I think it's a generational thing is what I'm gaining here.
And now it looks like they're breaking to do their sprints. It looks like they're lining up for sprints, right? Maybe some more field goal.
Oh, if they're going to work on special teams, why don't we get 16 out here punting? Because he was awful on Saturday night.
Hey, all I got to say is we're talking about A.T. Perry. You're talking about the tent that I'm in. Andrew Mason must be loving this one because, boy, on Orange and Blue today, we're going to break down this special teams practice like no other.
Yeah, what you saw out of Jeremy Crawshaw coming up today. I asked you earlier if guys on the offensive side or had earned more reps based on what they did on Saturday. And Tyler Bidet, we talked about him. We talked about Blake Watson. Certainly can revisit that. How about the defensive side? You said you were watching Chris Abrams-Drain, and you had your eyeballs on a really solid player out there that had an interception and did a good job keeping his toes down in bounds.
Outstanding.
Is there – I don't want to call it a competition. That's me overblowing it, but – is he getting closer to maybe pushing Riley a little bit more? Maybe not even pushing Riley. Is he getting closer to earning more time on the field? That's the best way to ask.
Yeah, and there's just no way.
Because it's so crowded?
There's just no way. I mean, you were talking about the Broncos' fifth corner, and that's clearly the fifth. I don't think there's a conversation about him being the third. I don't think there's a conversation really with Jaquan McMillan here about him being the fourth. Like, he is clearly the fifth corner, and he's awesome. He's a young playmaker. He's feisty. He doesn't back down from a challenge, and that's the main thing I love about KAD. And learning from Jaquan McMillan, it's been such a breath of fresh air for him. By the way, they did not do stretching or sprinting. They're doing team. Let's see if this is half speed or not, because they were doing some half speed stuff that's not great, Bob. This is this is full speed. Full speed. Adam Troutman gets one on, looks like Riley Moss out there.
It was Alex Singleton, and Alex gave up coverage, pointed to Riley Moss, and it was just too late.
It was too late, yeah. So Troutman looks like a little bit of hurry up here to end practice. This will probably be the end of practice. So they're working some hurry up here, coming right at us. This is a great view with Bo Nix running the show, looking for Troutman again. That one was a little bit outside. Justin Sternod right there with him. Now, Mason and I talked about Sternod on OBT yesterday. Watch our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Hi, YouTube. And Mace was like, well, he's not good against the run. I'm like, I know, but in coverage, which is where the problem is for this team, it's linebackers in coverage.
And it's been the problem for a decade.
I thought Sternod was outstanding against the 49ers, and then right there against Troutman, he was right there with him stride for stride. And I know it's Adam Troutman, but still, it's not like if Trout was beating you,
that's a big problem.
That's a problem out there. But it's good to see Alex Singleton. Look at Singleton out there roaming the field. And then Troy Franklin coming in, gets that on Hufanga. So, yeah, a little hurry up, a little move the ball, going to Troutman, then a miss to Troutman, and then Troy Franklin coming through with another downfield play for Bo Nix. They're trying to get maybe set up for a field goal. Is that what they're doing here?
The clock is.
Yeah, 33 seconds left. Yeah, going against the clock.
Maybe I'm going to keep an eye on this the next couple days, and you tell me if you see anything that's. I think Alex Singleton he's a step slower.
Let's watch that. First day back, really. So let's just monitor that. Keep an eye on this situation.
That could be, hey, you haven't played real football in a week,
right?
2
Right.
weeks?
Just get your wind, get your legs back underneath you. And it was a thumb thing, so it wasn't a leg thing. So I'm not really worried. Last year it was a leg thing. Yeah. And by the way, it's still not 12 months from that. He's effectively 10 months from that, so he's probably not going to look like that. Bo Nix with the throwaway there. Lucas Krull was in the vicinity, so.
And actually, I'm going to eat some of my own words. Good job, Alex Singleton there. Lucas didn't get past the 5-yard mark, so Alex is still giving him some physical contact.
Giving him that physical contact, which you need, and that's something as a linebacker. You've got to use all the tools that you possibly can in this situation, and Singleton has that that physicality that he can use. And to me, and I don't know the route that he was asked to run, but if I'm under 5 and a guy's giving me the business, I'm going over 5. So it's a flag on you. Right. Get out of that kind of area now as Bo Nix drops back with an easy pitch and catch. Marvin with 2 feet down. And again, we asked about more Marvin Mims today. We're seeing a bit more Marvin Mims. We've definitely seen some more Evan Engram, although here in this final period, it looks like Lucas Krull, Adam Troutman out there for this team at the tight end position.
I mean, you said it earlier. Lucas Kroll must have earned something, not just a touchdown. They must have seen something else on tape that they liked because he's literally splitting with Adam. The ones today are Adam Troutman, Lucas Kroll, and
Evan Engram. Yeah.
And we have not seen that all camp.
And it seems like the third one on that list is Adam Troutman.
It does.
It seems like Kroll and Ingram. I mean, you might have a combination. And if Kroll can prove himself as a blocker, then maybe that's your combination out there for this team as they move forward with two athletic profile tight ends that can make plays happen. Now that throws up Jaquan McMillan gets a pick on Bo Nix. That was Bo that threw that. And throwing it up for, Michael Bandy? Bandy wasn't going to come down with that.
No.
So
Bandy,
there you go.
Bandy's not really going to come down with traffic catches.
He's a little guy.
Yeah.
And I know Jaquan's not exactly a big guy, but still, you throw that up a veteran like McMillan, and that's where, going back to the Chris Abrams-Drain thing, man alive, KAD gets to learn from Jaquan. Like, that's amazing to have that, because right now, if Chris Abrams-Drain was your third corner, I wouldn't you wouldn't even bat an eye.
No.
And he's your fifth corner with really no chance of moving up the depth chart unless someone's banged up. That tells you the depth. And our chat room on YouTube is definitely talking about the depth. That and Zaw, and I think it is a generational thing because all the young guys, Gage is a young guy, he's like Zaw's weed. And then older, I think Creaky chimed in. Creaky's about our age.
He's our age, yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, no, Zaw is pizza. So the debate continues, as only on this show it is Dover and Cecil.
And how about the fact they go hand in hand? A little Zaw leads to a little Zaw,
Little Zaza. Okay, there you go. So it looks like now it's wrapped up. I've called that like 3 times, and they haven't wrapped it up. Finally,
I think that was a double horn, though.
That was a double horn?
I think so.
Okay, so sprints or no?
How could they not? They sucked on Saturday. I'm not going to get off that.
Okay.
Run.
All right. Run. Get out there. Run. Go. Win.
You know what winning looks like in my house?
Right.
It's also something in Shells today. Now we can call it what it is, light work today.
Yeah.
Do you change your mind as tomorrow's approach to pads or no?
Yeah, I mean, you light work today, you ramp it up tomorrow, and with pads.
See, I'd ramp it up with pads.
With pads.
And it's still like a glorified walkthrough, but you're wearing the pads, and then on Thursday, obviously, it's on and cracking.
Yeah, Thursday when you get some thumping. So Thursday's the time you can get some thumping, and I like that for this Broncos team and go out there against the Cardinals and really show well in the joint practice, and so blessed that we'll be able to take that in and watch that as Sean Payton is talking to his team right now. You can see Frank Crum from anywhere.
Yeah, you can.
I bet they can see him from space.
He's got superhero hair.
Yes, he
Talking
does.
about superheroes.
Exactly, yeah, he's that guy. And there's your guy, J.L. Skinner. Don't look at his legs.
I can't not. It's the only thing that
You're
stands
fascinated
out.
by his legs.
Such little tiny things.
I'm fascinated by the bounce back this team can have after a disappointing, not disastrous game against the 49ers. And I believe everyone's kind of come around on that. We had one of our tribe members on Twitter, I think it was Mike, forgive me if I'm wrong, yesterday, who's like, I heard you guys in the morning show, and it's like totally different. And then as the show went on, he's like, no, you guys,
We got there?
We got there. And I think once you do 4 hours, I'm not going to lose my mind over the first preseason game. I simply won't.
And
I'm just disappointed based on the expectations that I've had and I still have for this team.
This is one of the major problems I have in our business right now. There's the team media and blog boys, and they're basically the same.
Thing.
They cover the sports the same way. They've made it. Fans think you can't be down on a team or a player because you got to be all in all the time.
Right.
Nobody's rooting. Cecil picked the damn team to win 13 games to talk about the Super Bowl a month ago. But he can still be down on the team when his eyeballs see as such, and we give an honest evaluation. It's okay to question what's going on with your favorite sports teams, guys. It's okay to have a different opinion than somebody else that covers the team very closely. Everybody can think it differently.
Do you think Sean Payton had a few spicy words for this team?
I bet you he did. I think they started with the letter F, D, and S quite a bit.
Well, Sean Payton does put the FU in fun, so there you go. This team, and he's having an extended conversation with them. We can't hear what he's saying. We couldn't tell you if we could hear what he was saying. But, he talked about the time, right? We played that clip from Sean Payton earlier. We talked about the sense of urgency. The sense of urgency isn't just into the play and then out of the huddle. That's a sense of urgency. That's on the field. There's a sense of urgency for this entire year. You got to get to it. You've got to get to where you are because you know you've got a good team. Sean Payton said he's had 7 teams in his coaching career
This is
that
the
he
7th,
felt
right?
could win a Super Bowl, and this is the 7th. He doesn't say that to Charles Robinson because of lattes or anything like that. He says it because he believes it. And so this team has to back him up in their efforts, and they simply didn't do that against the 49ers. And I believe against the Cardinals, we will see that team show up.
I will say this, that as down as I think a lot of people were on the first team performance, both offensively and defensively, Saturday against the Cardinals, or excuse me, the Niners, man, this city is going to be – I think they're going to be freaking out a bit if things don't change on Saturday night. They'll be the group that's responsible and says it's preseason. I'm not going to freak out over a preseason game, but I think it's fair to be in the boat of like 2 straight without seeing what we need to see. There'll be some questions coming off that.
Yeah, there'll definitely be some questions, and you've got